CAA. Hey, welcome to another episode of Palmtrees and Progress presents on NBC KCAA 102.3 FM, 106.5 FM, and 1050 AM in the Inland Empire and worldwide on all streaming platforms. I'm your host, Erick Osario, and joined with us as always is the better half of the show, Andrew Berkeley, Big Dog Tavares. Yo, what is up, Andrew? I can't see your pretty mug, but what are you up to, dude? Are you there? Not hearing my boy Drew. Yo, we can't hear you, but as always, we got a great show planned for the listeners. We'll be chopping it up, going over some news articles that we skimmed and pretended to read, as well as watch a couple of recent viral videos. So we'll be getting into that. And hey, Andrew, yes, there you go. Okay, well, you know, some fans of the listeners know we took about 2 weeks off. You know, one day basically for Mother's Day, you know, because everyone got to celebrate for their mama and or their mommy. I know, or some of us have both, Andrew. And, you know, so we got a new software going on and we're kind of loving it now. But we think we got all the kinks figured out and we're not shaming the kinks. Yeah, we could see you. You're looking beautiful. Can you hear me? Are you hearing good? And we're not shaming any of the kinks that this software had. Figured it out. It's got it going good. Andrew, how you doing? Can you hear me, or is it cutting out?
No, you're coming in clean. But I definitely wanted to test it one more time without the headphones plugged in.
Yeah. But it's probably better with the headphones, or what? What are you doing? And you know what, listeners? Thank you as always for tuning in and sticking with us with the tech setup and the and the fail-proof, and that's the beauty of live broadcasting, baby. Don't forget to check out our website, palmtreesandprogress.com. Got a bunch of merchandise. We got some swim trunks in there for all the you know, the pool parties you guys are about to be going to with the season coming up. And Andrew, how are you doing, bro? How was everything? I missed you. I missed you last week.
I missed you too. Can you hear me?
Yes, you sounded beautiful.
What? Now, yeah, I don't even need the headphones on then. What Gucci?
I think you sounded better with the headphones, but whatever.
Did I?
Yeah.
Did
how you doing? Yeah, how you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Just
There you go.
Yeah, not much. How was your Mother's Day? How was that weekend?
Dude, Mother's Day was awesome. I actually didn't get to kick it with my mom on Mother's Day. She went to go celebrate. There was a concert in State Line in Prim, so she went to over there. She went with my tia and you know, out there, and they said they want some money, so that's always you know, what a good Mother's Day. So this weekend coming up, we're gonna probably take her out to somewhere to eat fancy, maybe somewhere where they have free bread while you wait, and then maybe have like some kind of dessert that's like a cake with like some cheesecake or something. I don't know. How was your Mother's Day? Did you guys get a party or anything like that, or what's going on?
No, it was good. You know, church. You did church in the morning. Got that done. Breakfast in the morning. Mom got some beautiful breakfast in bed, so that was a classic. And then, you know, the flowers and all that. But just got to hang out with everybody. And then we actually got to, on a whim, head out to Denver and actually visit Antonia's mom as well.
Oh, nice, man. That's awesome. So where are you right now? Are you out in Denver?
Yeah, I'm out in Denver. I'm out here in Colorado. Yep.
That's awesome.
In the basement, chilling down here in the private studio, which is pretty cool.
Let's go. Hey, I don't know anything about weather. Are there snow over there? Is it snow over there?
Dude, honestly,
can you go snowboarding?
It's beautiful. You can. I'll send you a picture, but you can see the mountains from our backyard, and there's so much snow on those Rockies. But for the last couple of days that we've been here, the weather's been about like 85 every day, so it's beautiful. Like, it's really nice.
That's awesome. Oh man, It's been out here. Speaking of which, it's hot out here. Shout out McAuliffe Elementary School, man. On Friday, I forgot to mention, my daughter Grace, she had a awesome choir recital over at Knott's Berry Farm. So we went to go see that, and she was rocking where, if you're familiar with where the old stunt shows used to be, the old cool stunt shows.
Yes.
Yeah, man, it was a great time. It was hot though.
Pay for tickets?
Well, luckily we have season passes, but yeah. Her mom had to buy a day pass. Funny enough, she got stuck. I was like, oh, we didn't carpool, but she texted me when she got there. She said, I just had to pay $55 for parking. That's more than she paid for the day pass. And since I'm kind of a Knott's Berry Farm regular, I know that she paid premium parking. Oh no! So I was like,
$55.
Yeah,
where's that premium parking at? Is that the one
you know
right next where Fridays used to be?
Yeah, it's around that section. But funny enough, man, it seems further than some parking that you get for the regular price. But yeah, so it was a good.
What's the regular price going for nowadays?
I think $35. But if you're smart, you get it with your season pass, and I think it's like just $90. So if you go just a couple times, it's worth. I'm looking forward to the water parks. Can't wait to go get some day drinking in with the family and hit some water slides.
Do you buy drinks there, or you bring drinks in?
They sell beer there. I've never. I've every time I think about it, I'm like, I guess I could just bring a water bottle or something like that. Just kidding, Knott's Berry Farm. But no, they have Brewery X, bro. I feel like this is a commercial for Knott's Berry Farm right now. They have Brewery X, some sick hazies over there. So it's always a good time.
Oh, that's sick, bro. So that would explain then all that heat. Has it been hot in the IE?
Yeah, dude. It was like I think it hit 100 something when we were out in OC when it was like 95. Definitely got a nice little sunburn. It was a good time. It's a good time.
So that explains all the IE memes that I was seeing then, and I sent you one of them.
I don't want to get into it. You know what? While we're on the subject of Mother's Day, before we get any further, I got a couple clips loaded for Mother's Day. So let's start it off with this the show one. Let's see if I could get it larger.
Nope.
Here we go. Okay.
Please stop putting the bills in your kid's name. My dad got all the bills in my name. I'm 11 years old and my credit is destroyed. My age and my FICO score is the same number. The lights are in my name, but I gotta turn off the TV. The water's in my name, but I'm in the shower too long. The house is in my name, but I gotta be upstairs by 7 o'clock. One time, my dad had the nerve to tell me, go to bed. You go to bed. This is my house. And my dad's getting old, man.
So I saw that one and I was like, you know what? That's something for the mommies and all, because Mother's Day. I don't want to generalize. That can never be a mama. You're never gonna hear a stand-up bit like that about a mama.
That's a fair point. I think that's a good point. I was just about to shout out my mom and say, "Love you, Mom. Happy late Mother's Day." Just give her another shout out on the air. I was like, but that is totally true. I was like, this guy was just talking smack about his dad.
Yeah, he was just roasting him. That was for the mothers out there because they know already. They're like, "Yep, you don't have to tell me." So I thought that was a good one. And then I saw this other little news article about a mom and a son graduating from college the same year. This loaded up, and you know what? I was reading this and I thought to myself, is this the plot of Goofy movie 2, the extremely Goofy movie? Because it is. And so I guess we could just watch this video because I skimmed. I'm true to this. Let me get this loaded.
A mother and son will both cross the stage at TCU's graduation this Mother's Day weekend. The two say they shared late-night study sessions and strengthened their mother-son bond while chasing this dream. Fox 4's Deon Anglin is live with their heartwarming story. Deon.
Hi there, Clarice. Well, it is graduation season and the start of Mother's Day weekend. And this year, both hold a unique meaning for the two grad students here at TCU.
I'm feeling excited, a little bit nervous.
TCU master's degree candidate Brandy Fields is ready for the big moment.
I was a manager for the football team, joined a fraternity.
A fellow graduate, also earning his master's, is a pretty familiar face on TCU's sidelines. He's graduate assistant and athletics equipment manager Kyle Fields.
So it's been fun to attend tailgates with him, to see him in action at his sporting events.
They are mother and son, and their unique story began in Southern California, where Brandy and her husband, a retired LAPD police officer.
I think we get the gist of that one.
That is pretty sick. Shout out, dude.
Shout out to that. And you know what? You love.
Since he was a manager. I don't even love. I was a football manager, dude. If he was there for more than 6 years, I probably saw him on the other side.
That sounded like stories you told me of when your parents would go visit you in college. She said we went to tailgates. Just could you imagine just how cool that is? Like just pounding some cold ones in the parking lot with your moms and all the other homies.
That would have been so fun. Yeah, my dad and mom still talk about the SDSU game they went to and how everybody just rolled up from the fraternities and my dad was like, they were drinking all these Kirkland beers, all these Natty Lights. He's like, they came in with just truckloads, all their beds full of it. He's like, they had 20, 40 guys just pull out all the coolers. They got them on ice. They made a pool with with the truck of their beds.
Dude,
he said they had all the tables too, like the big boards that they play like beer die on.
Yeah.
He said they were just like strapped up on the top of the truck and they just started unloading them. He's like, next thing you know, he's like, in 15 minutes, they had 20 tables out. They had all these parking spaces. Like, it was the most insane scene he's ever seen. And he said that they just parked right in their area. They didn't know it was the tailgate area. And then other like Cal parents were just sitting there like, what's going on? Because at Cal, we don't have a parking lot like that.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're just parking in the streets.
Andrew, can I be honest with you right now?
Nope.
I lied. I don't know what table you're talking about. I don't even know the rules of beer dice. Is that what this is?
Beer die. But dude,
beer die.
It's just a piece of plywood. It's a giant piece of plywood.
Yeah, I've heard of beer die. How does that work?
You're such a liar, man. You've never seen it or heard of it?
They didn't do that at community college. I don't think so.
I think they did. I think you just didn't get invited.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's probably right, actually.
Oh man, but you've never played?
You know what? Explain the rules. How does that one work? Is it like depending on what you roll, then you drink 6 beers? How does that work?
No, it's like you have 4 solo cups on each corner of the table, and then there's 2 guys on each side, and you're on a team, and you're just throwing up a regular dice, and you're trying to land it in the other opponent's like cup. And then if it lands in it, you score some points, but they have to chug their beer. If it hits the cup and bounces off and they drop it and they don't catch it, then they have to like take a sip of their beer, like a third. But yeah, you pretty much, that's what you're doing. And then you're just going back and forth. I think it's 1st to 11. I haven't played in a while, and I also didn't play that much, but
I've never played this game.
I'm big in the competitive part, but my least favorite thing is that like you don't get a drink until you like lose. So if you're catching all the die, you're not really taking any drinks of your beer. And there's just so much work. There's so much work, dude.
Kind of like the down part of beer pong. If you're like really good at it, you're like, I kind of want a beer right now. I kind of wouldn't hate a sipperoonie of this right now. And you know what? While we're talking about beer pong, do you remember the 21st of September? The like playing beer pong without water in the cup. Like, I feel like COVID kind of changed a lot of things and opened eyes for a lot of people about like the germs that we were having from the day to day. So bowling's another one. We could get into that after this. Yeah, I'll do the bowling one. I mean, like, you eat not like a lot of finger foods are served at bowling alleys. You know what I mean?
True. That's a good point.
And
Yeah.
you're just chucking and hucking this thing down that you're throwing your fingers inside the holes at, and then just throwing it out. You know, so a lot of sweaty hands. I thought this the other time. I went bowling recently, and we had ordered pizza, and I was like, hey guys, to the kids, I was like, let's go like wash our hands before we eat some pizza.
Yep.
And the other thing is beer pong, bro. Like, you used to fill them up with actual beers. Nowadays, I mean, unless you're an absolute savage legend, you're filling them up with water nowadays. You know what I mean? And then so you just have kind of like a beer on the side that you'll take a sip of when you get the shot made on. Do you remember filling those cups up with beer and like that ball, someone like overshoots it and it has like some grass on it at this point, and that's like the least gross thing that it could have on there, and then it just dunk it inside of the other one and you drinking that and not thinking anything of it.
Yep. Did you guys ever have a cup full of water to like rinse the ball off?
Yeah. You just hit it like a little bloop.
Yeah, a little splash.
Thing. And then by the end of the evening, or you know what I mean, depending on when you're drinking, you see just like some loose grass floating in there. Like,
it's dirtier. The water is dirtier. Yeah. I agree. We definitely started going to water, which was I think a benefit, because you know how many cups get knocked over. People are.
That's another thing. That's another thing.
What a waste.
Yeah. Especially when you're like in college and like making every penny count. You're like, no, I can't afford that. I'm buying natural lights, guys.
I prefer the move. I like the move to water. I'm a fan of it. Even just, I guess, for the germs as well. But I think just in the sake of conserving liquid gold, I think it's a good move. But dude, that bowling alley is so true. I just went bowling maybe like a month ago, and we got some like chicken tenders. We got some
chicken tenders, nachos, and pizza, bro. That's what I think of, and a pitcher of beer. Like, that sounds like a good time.
But I couldn't help but think the entire time. I'm like, oh man. I was like, I really thought about this as a kid. I'm like,
So did you go wash your hands? Okay.
Yeah, I went to go wash my hands, and then, you know, my turn was coming up. I'm like, I'm eating, and then I'd go. Yeah. I'd eat as much as I can, maybe bowl like a couple frames, and then maybe go back and wash my hands and grab some more food. I definitely couldn't. I couldn't do it anymore. I'm like, dude, that probably is pretty gross. And that ball is like all oily. Yeah. Too, like the ball gets oily from going down the lane. So you're just like, yeah, I hate to admit it. I definitely was getting a little germed out about it.
Oh man, I mean, pumping gas and then getting a bag of chips and just going that. But thank goodness a lot of these gas stations have like little hand sanitizers. If you're not a parent and don't have one of those keychain ones.
Dude, I was thinking the same thing. When I go and like push the pin pad, I start using my knuckles now. So
yeah.
Just pumping, just knocking with my knuckles, and I'm like, man, as a kid, and then I'll touch, and then I have to touch the gas, you know, hit the gas pump and put it in, put it out, and I'm like, how many people? I was like, also, it doesn't look that clean. Also, doesn't smell the greatest. I'm like, it's definitely not a clean place right here.
Oh man, yeah. Some of the gas stations. I was going to like check my air tire when I was like, oh, you know, getting some gas. Went to go check the air tire at my local gas station, and someone cut off the air pressure. Someone cut the end part for the hose, and I was like, oh, cool, all right, awesome. Like, yeah, I guess I'm not gonna do that here. I'm not gonna do that right now. I just love to see it. Hey, you know, we were. Yeah, what were you saying?
On tire pressure. Fun fact, I learned in Arizona. So in California, you know, the way my dad taught me was just walk in, say, hey, can you turn the air pump on? And they turn it on. And then you go and you fill up your thing. I tried that in Arizona. I was like, hey, would you mind turning the air pump on? They're like, oh, you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you got it. But it just didn't work. I was like, it's not free? She's like, no, it's not free. She's like, where do you think you are? And I'm like, I don't know, California.
Dude, where were you? You said Arizona?
Yeah, I was in Arizona.
You know, they knew exactly where you were from when they asked that.
Yeah.
They like, oh, were you from California? You don't know that you have to pay like $1? It's because they have those things there, right? It's like a dollar little.
Well, I had to pay twice because it's like on a timer, so I was only able to get 2 tires on the first pay, and then I was like, I have to pay
Oh
again.
man, dude, I always feel like such a. I always wanted to be a car dude. You know what I mean? I always wanted to be a car dude, and like sometimes just like filling it up, like you said, I feel like you have enough time to fill up all 4 tires with the one that they had, but sometimes the needles are a little good, and then I just feel
you gotta
like
pull the hose out. You gotta make
like,
sure you don't want to drag it on the top of the car, so you're like pulling out a bunch of slack to get it underneath the tires. I think the timer was messed up. There's no way I could have got all 4 tires in that one pay.
Dude, I was in front of a girl one time, and I know, hard to believe, and we came back from. Yeah, we graduated college together. It's pretty awesome. We came back to the car from doing something or whatever, wherever we were out, and so I was like, you could see that one of my tires were really low. So I was like, let me just go get it from the gas station. And the gas station for the air pump was a little different than the one I'm used to. And so, like, I was there struggling in front of her, just like, and you know when you don't have it tight and there's too much air pressure going from the sides of it and it's obvious.
Yeah.
So it's just blasting my hair. And so I had to go ask twice, probably, for 1 tire. And I'm like sweating just because I'm nervous and be like, I don't know. And then this lady parks next to us and she's like, oh, you got it, honey? And I'm like, yes, thank you though, I appreciate it. She's like, yeah, so you just gotta kind of push it on there, I guess, tight. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm trying.
That's classic Eric. Eric.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'll save that joke for another time.
Should we? Were you gonna bring up what? Oh, you know what? Shout out Theo. Theo couldn't make it today. He's busy doing the Lord's work. Let's just say that. I think that's fair to say.
So I heard you had something to say about his father-in-law.
Huh?
I heard you had something to say about his father-in-law.
So I guess his father-in-law was in a facility for like the older folks and stuff like that, and he got 86 from there, apparently, is what I was told. And I said, oh no, like what happened? And I guess he got aggressive or what? He's like, yeah, dude, he messed up. That's me bleeping it for the radio. He's like, he messed up one of the workers there. One of the I forget what you call them but one of the workers at the old folks facility, and I was just like, oh no, he was like telling me like very heavy-handed, and I was like, well, it's kind of cool that he still has it though, like like it's kind of still that he still got it, like he's still got that old one too, got them hands. Are rated E for everyone at that age is pretty cool. And he's like, oh my gosh, thank you, I love you. Why? Like, he's like, you suck. And I don't know. I mean, that's pretty cool, I feel like. And then
I thought that was a pretty cool joke. What happened after?
He later says she got messed up. And I was like, you did not say that the first time. So, shout out Theo. We love you, man. Shout out to the fam. Keep on keeping on,
Rated E for everyone. That's hilarious.
I guess since we're talking about family and everything,
you're gonna bring up Vin Diesel?
I mean, dude, I'm basically Vin Diesel, except for like not knowing much about cars at all. Or
where's your Coronas?
I know. I wish I had a Corona Familiar right now. All right, so let's see. Family.
That's awesome.
So for the listeners, we are watching the video footage of the last time ever the Fast and the Furious supercharged ride in Universal Studios Hollywood ran through. So I know, heavy-hearted is
What are they doing with it?
I don't know what they're doing with it, but
I just can't wait. So they've gone to space already?
in
The family?
arms of the angel.
Caps off. Caps off.
Family.
Family, family, family.
It gets better.
Oh.
Till I see you again.
That's great. That was the last ride?
Again. That was the last time that old Bessie got ran through, man. Universal Studios, I haven't been there in years. I haven't been since the Nintendo had Land, even before Nintendo Land or whatever. I think even since Harry Potter Land, I haven't been there. But
same.
Yeah, I definitely want to go there. The kiddo went with her mom and had a blast, so I gotta go roll over there, check it out with her. But dude, the tram has always been one of my favorite things there.
Yeah. No, the tram ride's awesome.
Dude, right?
Keep going.
Oh yeah, no. Yes, yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, it's had some amazing things. I remember, lucky enough, having the old school, like, more mechanic, practical effects of the King Kong one. Like, it was a huge King Kong, and I feel like there was fire. Like, some fire would come out out of somewhere.
There was.
And then, I mean, out of the tours, just some good times there. Just some good times. Can you remember any of your favorite little cuts or something that they maybe got rid of?
I'm not sure if they still have the Jurassic Park ride. I definitely like that. Oh, but my favorite cuts of the tram ride. Yeah. I think at the time that I was going, I think they had The Walking Dead. Which was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if they still have The Walking Dead. That one was pretty sick. But I guess there was also the one that's in Big Fat Liar. You remember?
Dude, yes. Okay, go off, King. Go off.
No, I used to love just seeing like the parts of like, oh, this was a Big Fat Liar. This is what this is. Well,
yeah.
All those parts. Those were definitely classics for me. So that was really cool. We used to go as a group like in high school for the Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
So that was like really fun, and sometimes we'd go on the tram, and I think at night it was just kind of harder to see. I think they had a different setup for the nighttime. But one thing we used to do back then was one of our friends, he had like torn his ACL in high school, so he still had his knee brace with him. So what he would do is
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Exactly. And so he would take his knee brace to Universal, and then he'd go over to the guest relations center, and he'd go and get like a disabled pass so that he can get us all to the front of the line. So like during Horror Nights, like some of those lines are like 2 hours, but we'd go in through the exit, or we'd go through this fast line, and they'd get us straight to the front. And we were able to do every maze, because I think each line was maybe like 15 minutes long. But that used to be really cool. And so we used to go, instead of doing like the tram ride, because it'd be a couple hours, or it'd be like maybe like an hour wait, even with his pass, we would just go through all the mazes, and he'd hold up his little card that he got. And they were like, oh, okay, you guys up in the front. How many are with you? We're like 8. They're like, all right, all 8 of you guys come to the front. And we're like, yes. It was the best, dude. That was a classic.
I've never been to their Halloween events. I've gone to not Scary Farm a few times, but I've always heard that the Universal Studios Halloween's rule. And I always assume, I'm like, yeah, well, they make movies, I think, somewhere around there. I don't know. They got the car from Fast and the Furious, so I assume they got some cool props and all that. And then I remember them in the Weekend maze, the singer of the Weekend, so I knew that they actually ruled. So
no,
I regretted
never going. We should still go one time, but
yeah, we definitely. What was one of your favorite
mazes?
Mazes that you ran through? Yeah.
Dang. On a, shoot, dude, I can't even remember the ones that we went through. It was years ago.
Probably the weekend. Probably the weekends.
Maybe the weekend was there,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I'm sure. Oh, there was one with a bunch of chainsaws, which I kind of found funny because it was just a bunch of loud noises.
Oh,
Bunch of loud chainsaw noises. Everyone started screaming, and
yeah, dude.
There was some good stuff, but yeah, dude, I've been to Six Flags. I've been to not like very far, like the Not Scary Farm, the Six Flags one, and I would definitely say by far Universal Studios kills it. They have one of the best ones I've ever been to, and but I'd never want to go without that pass. I've heard about lines being like 3 hours, and then people only go through like 2 mazes the entire night.
Ooh,
So I would definitely want us to plan that out strategically, and maybe if somebody had an injury, we go with them. But yeah.
Or Universal Studios Hollywood, like if we were more like we should be influencers or something. Maybe they'd send us something so we could like use it for the show. That'd be cool.
Maybe KCAA Palmtrees in Progress needs to just have a day there. We should reach out maybe this year. Let's see what we could do.
I mean, come on, Universal. We love 2002's family comedy Big Fat Liar. I mean, starring Frankie Muniz, Amanda Bynes, and
classic.
Dude, Paul Giamatti, dude, come on, get at it.
I kind of want to watch that now. I kind of
It's
want to
a
watch
great
it after the
movie.
show.
And you know what? While I feel like I had a couple more questions about the haunted nights over there, but dude, I remember going on the tour sometimes, and it was like right on the cusp of when Big Fat Liar had just dropped or was about to drop, and it was like Frankie Muniz was like, you know, right before the tour would start. Now I think it's Jimmy Fallon or something. It'd be like Frankie Muniz like, "What up, guys? Don't forget to watch Big Fat Liar in 2002. It's coming out." And then like him and Amanda Bynes would like, you know, tell you what to do or tell you certain things about.
That's cool.
The behind this. Oh, dude, it was so cool.
That's sick.
It was so
Dang,
cool.
I never got to experience that. I don't think my parents ever took
Some
me
of
to
us are just
Universal.
blessed. Sorry,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
Some
Sounds
of us-
like you guys got a little bit of money over there. No, but
Thank you.
yeah, my parents never took me. They weren't really big fans. Honestly, they growing up never really big fans of driving into LA.
I was gonna
My
say,
dad-
man, it sucks. Yeah, I mean, I just kidding, Universal. Just kidding. You know, the drive can be hectic, but you know what's worth it? That oasis and beautiful treasure at the end. Universal Studios. What's up?
And it's a
Universal?
cool
Get at
little
me,
city
baby.
walk that they have over there too.
Oh, dude, the city walk. Let us not forget about Buca de Beppo.
No, Buca de
Beautiful
Beppo.
Buca de Beppo, dude. Oh, I'll get a nice little lasagna.
Oh, that sounds good.
A
It's
good
cool
friend of
place.
mine. Oh, dude, I love that place. Oh my god, I legit, not joking, love that place. Love all the art. Love all the art there, because it just proves that like people have always kind of been like pervs and stuff like that. Because if you, yeah, I know you're wondering how am I gonna get there, dude. So like, the photos are like black and white photos from, you know, I can't say what era because I don't know, but I mean, like, you know, so picture black and white film was only available, and these ladies dressed in like cool clothes and then like slurping down pasta, and it's like they're all like just having like a slurp down competition of pasta. And they're all like kind of wearing shirts with cleavage. Do you not? And it's like huge cutouts that cover all of Buca de Beppo. Do you not know what I'm talking about?
Dude, I feel like I haven't been to a Buca de Beppo in maybe 20 years.
Well,
I'm
that's
28.
your fault. That's your fault. I do. Do you remember the last time? What the last thing you got there was?
I think chicken Alfredo. That was my
God.
go-to. That was my go-to lasagna meal anywhere. Olive Garden, Buca de Beppo. Dude, I used to go to what's it called, BJ's, and get chicken Alfredo. I used to go
Okay.
everywhere. I was on a huge kick of chicken Alfredo until I learned that I'm lactose intolerant, and that's when my stomach would hurt afterwards.
I think we all are, honestly. You know what? Before we keep, I feel like, dude, I'm gonna write down lactose intolerant. We'll talk about that. Yeah, a good
Gonna
friend
take
of
it a
mine.
while,
I remember going to. I remember a good friend of mine going to the City Walk, going to Universal Studios. I think for the first time with his lady. They now have 2 beautiful children, and
Oh, nice.
so this is before that they were just dating, and they stopped by Buca de Beppo because we recommended. They're like, "Oh, what's good over there?" I was like, "Oh, well, Buca de Beppo is cool. Like, you know, it's a good spot." And I wonder how many times I could say Buca de Beppo. And so he's never been there, and neither of his has his lady at the time. And they both get he gets a lasagna and she gets like a pasta order or something. And if you've ever been there, you should know that everything's family ordered, family sized. So these guys, when they're first getting to Universal Studios, they get a huge lasagna that they could have split, and a huge pasta that they, you know what I mean? So
Definitely could have split.
These kind of dairy-based snacks aren't really going to be good if you put them in the car. You know,
Yeah.
you're not. What are you going to walk around Universal Studios all day?
Buca de Beppo bag.
With Buca de Beppo bags. And I said, I was like, you know what you should have done is like, you should have got a locker in there, put it inside, maybe come back. It's like nice baked little Cheez-It kind of thing.
Kept it warm.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, that's funny. So what they have to do? They had to ditch it. They just left it.
Yeah, they just took that L. And you know, it's not like the cheapest thing because everything's family size too. So I did love that. I was like, ugh. Here, hold this L, little bro. Is what I Okay, so I found something with yes. Okay. Let me try to get this screen full before
Buca de Beppo, get at us. This is a new commercial brought to you by Buca de Beppo. Our show is not sponsored yet, but
yet,
it
exactly.
will be.
And
It
you
will
know
be.
exactly. Okay.
Is there one in the IE?
Fortunately, I do not believe there is. Man, how do I get this
no.
bigger? Okay. So I'm just going to add this one to the scene. And then there you go. Okay, so the photo I was talking about. For the listeners, sorry, I got the photo that I was describing of all these beautiful ladies. I mean, dude, imagine these are all like smoking grandmas now. You know, these are like babe grandmas now. You're like, oh, you see in La Florida, and you're like, oh, I wonder how many cigarettes it took for you to get there.
Oh, dude, that looks like a classic. Let's say 60s. I think that's a classic 60s, maybe 50s, 1950s picture.
Yeah, I love this. I love this photo. It speaks to me on so many levels. I think it's so cool, and
I think what we're gonna have to do is when we do get a sponsor from Buca de Beppo, we're gonna have you reenact this, wearing clothes like this as well.
You know what? Yeah, dude, if it was just a bunch of the bros just doing this too, because like that's, you know what I mean? We're switching up the normal, the gender norms. Sorry, guys. Sorry, we're woke. My bad.
Put us on the wall.
Yeah, put us on the wall. That's what I've been saying.
Where's our representation?
Andrew's been saying build the wall, and I've been saying put us up on the wall. So it's two different things. He thinks they're the same, but
you know what? My grandpa was a bricklayer. All right, I just love walls.
Yes.
Actually, fences. I prefer fences.
I had to give you that round of applause for that one. That was beautiful.
A nice picket fence.
Oh man, have I been referred to as the Catholic Howard Stern? Yeah. From myself, maybe.
Self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed the Catholic Howard Stern. Sorry, guys. Sorry, baby. Woke America. My bad.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, I guess I'm just like woke. Uh-oh.
Dude, I see you rocking that Angels t-shirt.
Let's go, baby. Woo!
I don't know if you saw the Grand
blowout
Slam
at the
yesterday.
end, huh? Ninth inning Grand Slammy.
You watch sports?
Let's
No,
go,
come on your
baby.
Instagram feed, huh?
Oh, did you go? Or did you post something about it?
No. I thought maybe the Angels. I thought you maybe follow the Angels on Instagram, so you saw.
Oh, I do. But I didn't see. Come on, dude. My algorithm is.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
I go on your Instagram sometimes.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Lot of. So anyways, don't forget to check out palmtreesinprogress.com. You were tuning in Palm Trees in Progress presents on NBC KCAA. Don't forget to also check us out on all streaming platforms, Palm Trees and Progress presents. And palmtreesandprogress.com got a bunch of awesome gear. Got our swim trunks I was talking about, so go ahead and make a splash in those. Go ahead and get wet in those. Sick swim trunks. And then, yeah, so all the links to all of our podcasts, all of our past episodes are there. Check us out on subscribe on YouTube. And subscribe on YouTube, Palmtrees in Progress, NBC KCAA TV on YouTube. Yeah, so...
You think In-N-Out's going to come for you? With the palm trees right there?
I hope not. Man.
It's looking good, though.
Yeah.
What's up with In-N-Out's prices? How about the price hike, man?
Dude, have they gone up recently?
Dude, well, for a number one combo, it used to be a cool, like, $8.90 maybe it's at $10.90 now. It's gone up a couple bucks. I'm all for it, but they were the best because you could get quality burgers, a quality meal combo. I'm telling you, my thing's always a $20 bill. $20 bill. If I can go and buy me and Antonia a dinner from In-N-Out with a $20 bill, I'm gonna keep going there. That's my place.
It's costing more than that now. You having to use more than that? What do you get? Hey guys, bro doesn't know that he's getting another patty. He used to always get like a double. Now you're getting a 3x3. Yeah,
and Antonio gets a hamburger, so no cheese. There's no cheese on it. It's still, and I'm taking off the lettuce, tomatoes, and the.
Whoa. You actually letting her eat the buns this time now, huh? Before you used to make her get a protein burger, so I'm glad that she's finally.
She's been allowed.
I'm glad she's finally at a place where she gonna have bread again.
It was for her health, man. All right.
It's all just like she can't eat gluten.
I was telling her you can't. Come on, but no, yeah, I think it's costing us like $22 now if we go and eat there. So, you know what? It's all right. I got to pull out the extra $2 now.
Yeah, it's totally worth it, man. I love that spot. It's always a grand slam. Hey, did we get much? I know we brought up the 100 men versus one gorilla. Did we dive that deep into it? Like, did we talk about like depending on what gorilla it is?
Well, I heard it's supposed to be like a silverback gorilla.
Oh, okay.
I heard the fight. But
I was like,
actually,
like Donkey Kong. Like Donkey Kong, no, none of us would have any chance against Donkey Kong.
Dude, this guy's just doing his super spin. So what are we to do? We can't even get close to him.
What are we to do? And there's also like he kind of has a kamikaze move too for some of the more nerds about Super Smash Bros.
What about the ground pound? You can't do anything with that.
They stuck. You can't do nothing with that, dude. Oh man, Diddy Kong. I feel like Diddy Kong can catch it. I feel like
easily.
Diddy Kong can catch his head. Yeah.
Okay, so this is what this got brought up on my work call on Friday. So they brought up the 100 men versus one gorilla, and somebody to compare it, they said, well, what if it was 100 raccoons versus you?
Oh, geez.
So
I don't know, man. I feel like they would demolish me, right?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
And so I was team gorilla. I was like, all right, well then the gorilla wins in that. And one person was like, no, that raccoon would really have to get after me. And so then the guy brought up like an opposing argument. He's like, all right, what if it's like 1v1 for 100 rounds? Can you take 100 raccoons 100 times?
I feel like as long as you got some cool Carhartt pants, get out of this Carhartt, or like for sure the 100, the one versus 100 at the same time. All you just need is one like getting your jugular, right? Like
he got me.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're bleeding out. Those things are gnarly, bro. Like I swell up around them when I see them, but truthfully, I'm scared. I'm shaking it. I'm shaking in my Timbs, bro.
They're scary things, dude.
For sure.
But yeah, man. He brought that up, and I'm like, well, okay, in that case, yeah, I think 100 raccoons, if they were all around me right now, I'm like, I for sure think I'm toasted. There's no way I'm not gonna win that fight. And then
isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that what you described is some people's like dream?
To fight 100 raccoons?
No, just like having like 100 raccoons around them, like surrounded by 100 raccoons. There's like there's just a couple people. They're like,
all right, what's one animal you wouldn't mind being surrounded by 100 of them?
Oh, puppies. That'd be pretty cool. Like 100 puppies would be awesome.
What about 101 Dalmatians?
You know what? That's one too many. That's one too many. PETA would have to get at me. I'd be like, get
This
out
one
of
needs
here.
to go.
Yeah, this one needs to go.
Yeah.
I gotta find a fire spot for them. The places where the firemen come from.
All right, you took the easy route. Pick a different one. You can't pick puppies. No dogs. No kittens. No kittens.
Oh, dang, that was
No
fish.
cats.
100
no dogs,
fish.
Okay. All right. 100 fish. What kind of fish?
Those ones that are really good at making jokes. The clownfish.
True. All right, man. You passed. You passed the test.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, that's one way to get me wet. Is me with again next to 100 fish.
Clownfishes, especially.
Let's go. Oh
With
man.
all small flippers.
What about you? I have to ask you now, you sicko. What 100 animals and 1 Dalmatians would you be around?
Let's see. I'd probably go a wombat. Have you ever seen a wombat?
You know what? I do not think I have. But I
Pull up
have
a
seen
wombat.
Capybara.
Oh yeah, those are I've seen
Those
a
are
lot
adorable.
of pictures of those. My old supervisor, she used to
They are having a
love
bit of a
those.
moment right now, aren't they? They're going kind of viral. Those capybaras.
They are. I'm seeing them all over the place, and my old supervisor, she used to love capybaras. Is that what it is? Capybaras.
I think so. Oh my gosh, these things are adorable.
They're pretty cool, huh? Like a baby
Yeah.
wombat. I wouldn't mind like 100 baby wombats. I just feel like they're just prancing and walking around places, so they're really cool. They're cute little ones. Grown, not as much, but like a little cute little wombat. Like, yeah, that guy.
I feel like he's gonna like do work though. Like he's gonna nibble on my neck. Like, whack.
Nah.
No,
maybe.
not a wombat. Okay, you're right. Never mind. Why would I say that? I feel bad.
They're so cool.
So the reason why I asked about I brought up the gorillas again was the Andrew Tate guy. Remember I sent you a video. And Tate fought 60 guys in one night at an event, like back to back. So
No way. Really?
yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up. Okay.
For the listeners, Andrew Tate is just beating up people back to back in an octagon.
Oh, that one was probably. I was gonna say. I feel like most of these fights are rigged. He's paying them not, but that looked like it hurt. There's a few in there that I'm like, yeah, maybe he did catch some good licks.
Yeah, someone got cut up pretty bad towards the end.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang.
I read the comments. It's like, oh, a professional fighter versus a bunch of non-experienced fighter. But I'm like, 60 people. He slept. Oh, there's the guy that's leaking towards the end.
No. All right. I'm not a huge Andrew Tate fan, but I'll have to give him props for this. I'll have to give him props for this.
I'm definitely not an Andrew Tate fan, but yeah, just a funny video, and it kind of bums me out because I'm like, dude, with those kind of people and personalities, you're like, well, because Andrew Tate's like an incel. Is it cool to say that? Like,
what does that mean?
Look it up. But he's just like a total misogynist and all that. You know what I mean?
Definitely, yeah.
And usually these people are like, well, if I was at a bar and he was there and I heard him mouthing off to me, at least I know I could serve him, put him on his behind or something. But then Andrew Tate's like the kind of person you're like, oh, I guess not him though. No, not him. So
maybe not.
And then Zuckerberg's gonna be that guy too now. It's like,
yeah, I see him training.
I feel like billionaires shouldn't be able to beat me up. You know what I mean? I feel like there shouldn't be a correlation. There should be, we should be able to beat up we should be able to beat up billionaires.
Then they really have everything.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, even Bezos now, that fool's all like yoked out, bro. That's the only reason I'm working out now is because I'm like, this guy, I have hair.
Yeah.
I guess I have the hair right now, but me saying that out loud probably just jinxed myself, so sorry.
Yeah, and what he'll probably do is just get a hair transplant, and then boom, he's gonna be like, what now, Eric?
Oh, I know, dude. Oh, can you name some of the best hair transplants in television? I'm thinking Daniel Tosh is a good one. Steve
He got a hair
Carell.
transplant?
Oh, dude. Steve Carell.
Him too?
Freaking Ari.
You know what?
Ari from Entourage, dude. Lloyd. Ah, drama. Dang it, drama.
You know what?
Oh,
I do.
You go,
I do
Vinny.
see Steve. I will say that I seen Steve Carell from like the beginning Office episodes.
First
He got more
season
hair.
is crazy. And then Daniel Tosh had brought it up on one of his later season episodes, how he's like, see, as soon as I got money, and then he had a side-by-side where his first season was like before the hair plugs or whatever.
Shut up. He put himself on there?
Yeah, it was pretty solid.
That's awesome. Dang. I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that he did that. But now that you brought up Steve, that makes sense. His hair did get better. I was a little surprised by that. Throughout the Office, his hair got better. But, I mean, that's a pretty good hair transplant. It's good to know what's out there if needed.
Yeah, man. So we got about like 4 minutes before we have to get out of here. Is there anything you want to say before we got to get going?
No, I think I just want to say, love doing the show with you, but I think we kind of fixed the kinks.
Yeah. So here's the hair transplant. For the listeners, I have the hair transplant loaded up, and I believe it's a Pinterest link. Weird. Yes.
No
yes.
way.
Yeah,
That looks way better.
I think he looked better before. You know what? I think he looked all natural, baby. Daniel Tosh.
I would have never known. If you'd never shown me that, I would have thought his hair always looked like that.
Yeah. And then
That's a good one.
yeah, some best hair transplants in TV history, I feel like. So we'll be having an awesome guest for next week. We just didn't want to have a guest this week. For some of the listeners, we were going through some tech difficulties. We got some new software, but we fixed it all up, sorted it all out. Shout out to Mike Lundgren. Shout out to John Artell. Shout out to the GM, Mark Westwood. Shout out to everybody. We appreciate you guys for getting it all sorted out. We ironed out all the details. Yeah,
I think we're gonna have to get our guests on the week before. We're gonna have to get them back on the show.
No, they're never coming back on. No. I sent
wanted that part.
Dude, I sent them a selfie of me in the DMs and they just didn't reply. They left me on red. Yeah, I had my shirt off. And and I just why? I just freaking rubbed oil on myself because I was kind of bored. I was kind of bored. That's the only reason.
How late at night was it?
Well, thank you as always for listening to Palmtrees in Progress Presents. We're on NBC KCA 102.3 FM, 106.5 FM, and 1050 AM in the Inland Empire and worldwide on all streaming platforms. I've been your host, Erick Osario, and joined with us as always is Andrew Berkeley, Big Dog Tavares, and Theo Luis Jose Gaton, our senior correspondent. We love you. We miss you. Can't wait to have you back. We're going to be having some guests next week. I believe we're going to have an author next week. I think that's who's scheduled. We're gonna have an author. So Andrew, you're gonna have to teach me how to read.
That's gonna take a while, but I'll try.
Okay, all right, cool. Do you have anything to say? And then happy late Mother's Day to all of the mamas out there and the mommies. And we love you. We love you. You guys are always the foundation of households. So appreciate you guys. Andrew, you got anything to say before we get going?
No, dude. Yeah, much love to my mom. Much love to all the moms out there, grandmothers, everybody that takes care of us, and they're always there for us. So, like you said, they're the foundation. They're our rocks, and they're the ones that keep us moving forward and keeping us on the right track. So, I always appreciate them. Till I see you again. Yeah, till I see you again, man. This was a great show. I did want to let you know I ran into somebody in the airport that he has a pretty cool Instagram page that he's running. I'll shoot it over to you. I would love to have him on the show. He's from actually out here in Colorado. We happen to be on the same flight and just chopped it up in the morning. And we kept it going. So I'll let you know about that guest as well.
Oh, okay. So you wanted to be on the show? Awesome, man. I love that. Love when you're what is it called? Wheeling and dealing, flying.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, man, I wish I had my stickers with me. I'm like, I didn't bring any stickers. Should have brought them.
Dude, honestly, I can't blame you because it happens to the best of us. How many times I've been in that situation where I'm like, oh, dude, those are what I use as business cards. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I've definitely been there a couple times. All right. Well, can't wait to catch up with you next week, man. You take it easy. Stay. When you flying out from Colorado?
In 2 weeks. So I think if we're going to the Angel game, I'm flying out the day before that. So I'll see you then.
Man. Yeah, see you then. All right, much love. Thank you guys for listening. As always, we appreciate you guys. Can't wait to catch up with y'all next week. Don't forget to check out our website, palmtreesandprogress.com, and Palm Trees and Progress on all social media platforms, and Palm Trees and Progress Presents on all streaming platforms. Catch you guys until we see you again.
Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride. It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
NBC News on KCAA Loma Linda, sponsored by Teamsters Local 9.